It began subtly. A single child concentrated on the clouds above their small town, and a tiny drizzle fell. Precise, intentional. At first, adults thought it coincidence, a trick of the mind. But soon, every schoolyard, every city street became a laboratory for human thought. People discovered they could summon rain, disperse storms, and call sunlight with sheer concentration. Weather became an extension of human desire. Society shifted in ways unimaginable. Farmers no longer relied on irrigation or seasons. A thought could summon gentle rains or calm destructive winds. Cities constructed floating gardens above rooftops, kept lush and green by mental command. Power grids became unnecessary. Lightning could be guided into reservoirs to generate electricity. Wind could spin turbines at will. Every human became both architect and engineer of the natural world. Yet, with power came imbalance. Conflicts erupted over clouds, rainfall, and the perfect climate. A single angry thought could trigger a storm that wiped out a city. Jealousy or fear could stir hurricanes or heat waves. Nations formed councils to teach control, but the more people exercised their power, the more the weather seemed to develop its own mood. Some days, clouds refused to move, as if the sky itself resisted direction. Culture and art transformed. Musicians conducted symphonies of thunderstorms. Dancers spun through flurries of snow conjured mid-performance. And painters drew sunlight that danced in precise patterns. Weddings and funerals were now accompanied by carefully sculpted clouds, controlled gusts of wind, or flowers blooming from thin air. The line between nature and human will blurred, creating a world of endless aesthetic possibility. Education became training in mental focus. Schools taught meditation, visualization, and concentration techniques to channel the weather responsibly. Children learned to summon small breezes or drizzle as games, growing in skill and discipline from an early age. Competitions arose with towns challenging one another to control clouds, summon rainbows, or sculpt fog into artistic shapes. Over time, humans evolved subtle biological changes. Pupils widened to track distant cloud formations, skin adapted to withstand sudden hail or sun, and neural pathways strengthened to manage more complex atmospheric manipulation. Cities floated in the sky, suspended by winds controlled with intricate mental choreography. Oceans and lakes became mirrors for carefully curated patterns of precipitation and fog, forming living, breathing mosaics. Even the worst disasters transformed into opportunities for growth. A hurricane might strike, but skilled minds would guide its path to spare lives while replenishing soil in desertified regions. Famine disappeared in regions where rainfall could be summoned at will, and droughts became a historical concept. Humanity had become its own ecosystem, accountable for every drop of rain, every gust of wind, every ray of sunlight. But subtle lessons persisted. The weather reminded people of its unpredictability. Even the most focused mind could not perfectly control every storm, and the skies occasionally rebelled in quiet defiance. Human pride learned humility as thunderstorms rolled unexpectedly, reminding everyone that even with immense power, the natural world remained a partner, never a slave. In this new era, Earth was a canvas, and humans were both artist and painter, choreographer and conductor. Every thought shaped reality, every emotion sculpted the clouds, and every dream painted the sky. A world once governed by random weather had become a reflection of humanity itself, beautiful, chaotic, and endlessly alive.